Okay. Oyagha. See the way you are doing it. Do more than you will do for Ronaldo.
We put together for my boss. Hallelujah. All right, let's be seated, please. God bless you. It's a delight to be here today to join us in this wonderful program. Sir, I must confess that you are doing a great job. Any job or any work, as it were, that is focusing on youth and young adults is a big work, as far as I'm concerned. You know, they say that the young shall grow, but what happens to the old? The old shall die. But it is not about the young growing. It is really what the young grow with. And I'm so excited to be here this afternoon to join us. I'm so sorry I came a bit late. I actually had another presentation somewhere, and I needed to quickly rush that presentation so that I can be here. Because when I heard that it was a youth leadership program, I was so elated. I love to talk to youth. I love to deal with youth. In my church, I head the Young Adult Forum nationally for my church, and it's been a wonderful project working with men and women who are going to be in charge of the next generation. Please let me turn to your neighbor and tell the person, I'm in charge of the next generation. Say it very well, we will not slap you. I'm in charge of the next generation. Yes, so we are the future, and that is why the pastor and all the people in this place are organizing these programs to impart into you what you need for you to take over the next generation. Now, quickly, we're told that youthful age is an opportunity and you should not waste it. I'm going to start from there. It's an opportunity that you should not waste. Opportunities, they say, comes but once. It's not true. It actually comes several times. But the unfortunate thing is that because people are not prepared for such opportunities, when it comes, they miss it. They miss it, and then they say, oh, it has come and it has gone. No, it will come again. But the question is, are you prepared? So one can be a part of this impartation program, and at the end of the day, you didn't get anything from it. But that will not be you in Jesus' name. All right, so I'll be talking quickly about exploring the principle of 2 seasons. It's a chapter in the book. When I asked my boss, I asked him, sir, what am I going to talk about? He said, come teach the book itself. And so it's a topic in the book. But I would not want you to read the book now because I can see it is being given to us. Don't read it. Just pay attention to what I want to say. And then you can now go back home and read what is in the book. Exploring the principle of 2 seasons. If you read the book of Genesis chapter 8 and verse 22, the scripture said that so long as the earth remaineth, seed time and harvest, cold and heat, summer and winter, day and night shall not cease. So long as the earth remaineth. Now, I am here this afternoon to share with you some information which I believe will be of great benefit to everyone that is listening to me right now. Now, the Bible said in the book of Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6, it said, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Knowledge. For lack of knowledge. And a lot of the times, as Christians, we attribute our failures in academics, in marriage, in life, in business, to the devil. We've just been told now. And I hope, well, I saw a lot of us writing in our jotters. Please, as you go back home, go over those things you wrote while our pastor was preaching or talking to us. Go over them again. It's important. Now, he said to us that if you are an early riser, it will be very easy for you to achieve things on time. He started working and earning from the age of 21 to 22. And at this age now, he can afford to retire, which is correct. He can afford to retire. But when you are not an early riser, when you have used your youthful age, you have misused rather your youthful age, and then things are not going wayward, the person will say it is the devil. Everything that happens to us that is negative is not the devil. The devil does not have all the power that we attribute to him. a lot of the times it is because we don't have the requisite knowledge for us to thrive. And so when we fail in exam, we say it's devil. Somebody told me yesterday of a young lady that says, I don't want to serve God anymore. I want to give up my salvation. I'm tired of this salvation thing. And the person told her, why will you not be tired? When you were in secondary school, when you're supposed to be reading your book, you were busy following men. Like we were told now, you wear uniform from the house, put mufti in the bag, get to the road, change back to mufti, put the uniform in the bag, and you follow men. And you went from JSS1 to SS3, and there was nothing to show about. You just came out with F9 parallel, flying eagles in your Oyagha. And now you are telling me you are tired of serving Jesus. Why wouldn't you be tired? So please, be an early riser. Every issue, every negative thing that happens to us is not the devil. But I can tell you something that the devil has that many of us don't have. And that is knowledge. If you look at that spelling of the word knowledge, you will see Knowledge. What you know will lead you to having an edge. What you know, Know, will lead you to having an edge. So why is it that even the devil has an edge sometimes in the life of many people? It's because he has knowledge. He knows something you don't know. And we're told that you need to know yourself. We're told. I really think that we paid attention. We're told you need to know yourself. Our pastor told us that he wouldn't, and there is no way he can be a medical doctor because there was nothing medical about him. Nothing medical about him. He's afraid that he doesn't like the sight of blood. He knew himself, so there was no way you could go into that direction. So do you know yourself? Do you know yourself? So when things negative happen, you say it's the devil, but you don't know yourself. So you need to start with knowing yourself. So has it ever occurred to you that everything in life always has two faces? PHASES. Day, night, man, woman, boy, girl. Tell me some. Tall, short, yes? Male, female, yes? Fat, thin. Good, bad. Big, small. Black, white. So you can see that everything is always in two faces. Remember, we are looking at the principle of two seasons. The answer is very simple. Life is made up of two seasons. And if we are going to appreciate and achieve anything in life, please pay attention to this, very important. If you are going to achieve and appreciate anything in life, you must understand this principle of two seasons. Right now, you are in a season of your life. That is why the topic of the program says early risers. You are in the season where you can rise early. Don't get to that season where you can no longer rise early and you will wish you can go back to the season where you can rise early. It is because many people don't understand this principle of two seasons. That is why it is as if a lot of things have taken them unawares. They have not achieved a lot. You will see a man of 70 years old still doing the work of a gate man, opening gates for a child of 13 years, 14 years, coming from school. Where were you when you were 13? Where were you when you were 14 as a person? So a lack of understanding of this principle of two seasons will lead to a misplacement of priorities. Will lead to an abuse of time. Will lead to an abuse of resources. To a waste of energy. We are told also that every one of us have 24 hours. What you do with yours and what you do with mine is what matters. If the time is increased by God to 72 hours for a day, the question is still, what will you do with it? That's the question we should ask. So it's not the matter of, I don't have time. People will say, I don't have time. I don't have time. But if you have time, what will you do? So now that you are in a season, you need to understand that you will not be in this season forever. Jesus Christ, who is our perfect example, understood it very early. Very, very early. And he said, I must do the work of he that sent me, what? While it is still day. He understood it. That was why he was not distracted. When they told him, come and follow us, he said, no, you people always have your own time. I don't have all the time. You always have your own time to do anything you want to do. I don't always have the time. So let me do the work of He that sent me now that it's still day, now that I'm here physically, because I won't be here forever. Because the night cometh, which is another season when no man can walk. If you go to the book of to the Old Testament, you will see the case of Joseph. Joseph, as a young man, understood the principle of 2 seasons. And with that understanding, he was able to save the world of a major global economic disaster that would have come that time. So, but you can imagine, the king did not understand, but Joseph understood. So it is not really about your background. You shouldn't allow your background to keep your back on the ground. It is your ability to see and to know the time you have found yourself and to position yourself properly that matters. The king did not understand, but Joseph understood that, look, we have 2 seasons. Now, you have seen the season of plenty. And if you don't take advantage of the season of plenty, when the season of famine comes, we are going to suffer. And so what did he do? He told the king what to do. Let's set up storehouses. Let's set up silos. Let's build storehouses, warehouses. Now that we have plenty, let's save. Let's preserve food so we can preserve life. And it was as if Joseph was a star. You see, that is what happens when you have understanding of the time. When you are an early riser, when you now come into the midst of people that are much older than you, they'll be looking at you like a king because you started on time. Am I talking to somebody now? Because you started on time. And so from the counsel that Joseph gave to the king, you could see that he was proactive in his approach. People who don't understand this principle of 2 seasons, they are not proactive. They are not proactive. They wait until something happens. They don't make things happen. They wait until something happens. They don't make things happen. But those who understand this principle, they make things happen. That is why the scripture says that they that know their God, they that have knowledge of their God, he said they shall be strong and they will do exploit. They will be strong, they will receive strength to do exploit. Why? Because they have knowledge. Knowledge that you have gives you strength, gives you information, gives you open doors, brings you before kings and not before mean men. So when you don't understand this principle and apply it accordingly, you will not be proactive in your approach. And it is important that the age you are now, you are proactive. When Pastor was talking, he said that do you know you can be an engineer even from secondary school? And I think somebody say, it is true, you can. You can be proactive. The Android phone and the data on your phone, what are you doing with it? Log on to the internet. Watch videos on how you can repair microphone, how you can repair television. All these things are there. All these things are there. So before you even gain admission, you already have the knowledge. So when you get into the school, you are only getting to school to get the paper certificate. What you need really is the information which you already have. Which you already have. At least I've cooked stew, a pot of stew before, using video from YouTube. And it worked. And my wife came back and asked me, who made this stew? Did any woman come to this house? I said, of course, a woman cannot come to this house. I said, where did you get this stew? I said, I made it. Say, like, it's not possible. You that cannot boil water. Oh, sorry. Did I just abuse myself? You know? So every information you need is there. Why not be an early riser and tap into the world of information? Don't wait until I write jam, until jam me, or I jam anyone that is jamming the other. That is until then I will not start. No. You can be proactive because you understand that you don't have all the time. You don't have all the time. When you get into that book I wrote, I said poverty is not hereditary, neither is prosperity. And somebody said, how true is that? Well, the title of the book is more like a rule. But we are told that every rule has an exception. My father was poor, but I'm not poor. So the poverty of my father, I didn't inherit it. I changed that rule. I worked with the exception. Because I understood on time that when you have money, you have power. Somebody said to me, he said, 2 things you must have in this Nigeria. If you don't have the 2, have 1. Either you have money or you have power, or you have the 2 of them. But God bless you if you don't have money and you don't have power. They will use you to play ball. Seriously. So when you have money, people respect you. When you have power, they will respect you. They want to associate with you. And so I understood on time that my father was poor. I saw it. Poverty was our neighbor. He used to come to our house. We shook hands with poverty. We stayed in the same compound. I understand what poverty looks like. Don't worry, it doesn't look like anybody here. All right? And I told myself much earlier that no, I can't live this kind of life. When every clothes I was wearing to school was the one given to me by my neighbor, whose father was a tailor. And it was a year my senior in primary school. So as he's moving up to another class, he would dash me his own clothes. That was how I went to primary school, from primary 1 to primary 6. And because that was the only clothes I used to have, I wear it to school in the morning. My uniform, the knicker was very thick, was khaki uniform, the material. Wear it to school in the morning, come back in the afternoon, wear that same knicker, play around. And then when you want to go and sleep because it's dirty now, you wash it. And then if there's light, fine. If there's no light, you just pray that it will get dry anyhow. You put it inside a wrapper and squeeze the water so it's very, very light. Somebody is saying yes. Did you do it? And squeeze it very hard. And then when there is light, fine. But if there's no light in the morning, you bring out the charcoal iron and try to iron it. And one day I was doing that, and mistakenly the iron burnt the back and gave it 2 holes. So when I was going to school, I used my bag to cover it like this. And I was walking like this. And they thought I was doing shakara. They didn't know that I had 2, stethoscope there. But that was the way I grew up. But I told myself, no, this can be. This can be. I was not born in prosperity, but prosperity should come out of me. My next generation should not experience what I'm experiencing. And that should be the thought and decision of somebody in this place today. So don't inherit the poverty of your fathers. We're not blaming them. We're not indicting them. All right? They worked in their own time. They did the best they could do, but what happened just happened to them. But you can change that. So don't be too quick to judge them. Don't say, why didn't my father save money? Why didn't he buy property? Why didn't he do this? The question is, you are now in that same season. So what will you do different from what they did? That is why we are having this conversation. We didn't just gather you as a church and then just to spend time, spend money to organize this program. The question is, we want you to begin to think. What was the mistakes they made? How can I improve on that? So I will not make the same mistake my father made. And I can be better than them. Accepted that the scripture said that a good man will leave an inheritance for his children. What if he did not leave anything for you? Should that stop you from fulfilling your potentials? No, it shouldn't stop you. It shouldn't stop you. Pastor told us that his father died 3 months before he was born. And somebody will say, my word has finished. Oh, my father has died. Oh, nobody to help me. If nobody is there to help you, help yourself. Help yourself. My dad died a week after I got admission into university. In fact, the day I traveled like on a Tuesday this week. He was happy. Oh, congratulations. Okay, go to school and then go and do clearance and come back, come and pack your load and all of that. I was excited and I left Lagos. The following week, I think on a Wednesday or so, as I was coming back, it was that morning he died. And they took the corpse home that day. So as I was coming to Lagos, the corpse was going home. So we passed ourselves on the road. Where is daddy? Where is daddy? They say, daddy has gone. Gone where? Did he go to market? They say, no. Daddy has gone to heaven. He should not go to heaven. No. I'm going to school. Who will pay school fees? And it was as if I would not become anything in life. Because the source of my hope, that time anyway, I didn't know much then. The source of my hope had gone. But thank God, God came in and God took over. And all through my university days, he helped us. So I can look back now and say, Ebenezer, hitherto the Lord has helped us. So you don't have any excuse. That's the point I'm trying to make. To say nobody's there to help me. If nobody's there to help you, help yourself. If I bend my head now, you will see the football pitch in the middle of my head. Why is it there? Because we sold things. We sold firewood. We hawk firewood. Hawk plantain. Buy diesel. Put alum inside. It will turn to kerosene. And then we sell it to make money. Yeah, we did all of that. Because we understood that that is just a season. That season will soon pass. It will not last forever. Remember the principle of 2 seasons. That season is just for a while. It will soon pass away. And it has passed away. So whatever it is you are going through right now, don't be discouraged. Don't write off yourself. Don't say my uncles are not helping me. Don't mind them. Maybe they have misplaced your number. Don't worry. But there is somebody in heaven who knows you, who knows your name, who knows when you sleep, who knows when you wake. That's the person you should depend upon and not put your trust in any man. So stop thinking that you will remain young forever because there is no time. If you read Matthew 6:33, it says that they should seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and every other thing shall be added unto you. What's that place saying? Apart from literally seeking the kingdom of God first of all and his righteousness, you can also interpret it by saying that place your priorities right. Place your priorities right. Don't put the cat before the horse. Put the horse before the cat, because it's the horse that will drag the cat. But when you think I am young and you just begin to sag and you draw your trouser down and you're just bouncing up and down because you think you are young, you are wasting time. You're wasting time. Maybe some other time we'll talk about the man called time. You understand what time is about. You understand why you should not waste time. Because time wasted cannot be gotten anymore. So you must set your priorities right in this your season. You don't have all the time in the world. So use what you have. Use it now and use it very, very well. So instead of blaming your parents, instead of blaming the church is not helping us. Or instead of blaming the government is not helping us. The question is, what are you doing for yourself? What can you do for yourself? What opportunities are around you that you can utilize? Who do you need to talk with that can show you one or two things in the area of acquisition of skills and the rest of that? And then you begin to come out. Now, I know that one of the things many people are pursuing in life is money. Yet, many people don't understand what money is. They're just pursuing money. I want hammer. I want make money. If you don't understand what money is, even when money comes close to you, you will still not be able to appreciate it and appropriate it because you don't know that that is money. So quickly, I will share with us what money is, and then we'll close. So when we talk about the definition of money, of something, we are talking about the description, the explanation, the classification of that thing. So when we say what is money, we are simply asking you, how do you describe money? How do you describe money? How do you describe money? How do you classify it? How do you explain money? For me, number one, money is an idea. Number two, money is all about providing solutions. Number three, money is creating value. And number four, money is time. Money is an idea. Money is providing solution. Money is creating value. And money is time. Please don't forget that we are still talking about exploring the principles of two seasons. Those who are pursuing money, the question is, do they know what money is? And if you are saying you want to pursue money, is this the time to pursue money, or you should pursue an idea, or you should pursue creating value, or you should learn how to use your time, or you should go for providing solutions? And when you do all of these things, you make money. So money is an idea. Everything that has ever existed was once an idea in the mind of somebody. True. Everything. The clothes you are wearing was an idea. The pen in your hand was an idea. The phone in your hand was an idea. There was a time that I know when I was in school, I went to Ambrose Ali University, Edo State. It's about 1 hour 30 minutes from Benin, and about 4 or 5 hours or 7 hours from Lagos. So I want to call my uncle who was then in Kaduna from Ekpoma. I will come to Benin 1 hour 30 minutes. I will go to Nitel and queue up and wait for those who are calling their loved ones in abroad, in the US and the rest of that. And then when you get there, you carry the handpiece. You do 7 times, and then the thing will go once. And as the person picks, and God bless you that they know network. You say hello, and the person say hello, 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 hello. You don't hear anything. The next person behind you will say, "Oh God, drop that thing." So your 1 hour 30 minutes of traveling, and you're waiting and queuing on the line is gone. You have to wait. You go back to the next person and then begin to come forward again. But now, from the comfort of your room, you can call anybody. I'm sure that many of you, if you have Tinubu's number, you would have called him. With the level of anger in the land now, you just call him, President, what is wrong with you now? So the phone in your hand was somebody's idea. Now, that person whose idea it was to develop that thing in your hand now, the person is making money from it. Some from royalty, some from invention, and the rest of that. So the question is, you say you are looking for money. Are you really looking for money? Or should you really be looking for money? Or you should be pursuing an idea? Idea that you can develop and it will bring the money that you are looking for. Ideas that you can develop and it will bring money that you're looking for. A lot of the times, people that have ideas will tell you, I have this idea, I have that idea. What you should do about your idea, number one, is to package your ideas. Number two, you need to learn to monetize it. You need to learn to monetize it. Now, let me talk about monetizing your idea quickly. And I will use Jesus Christ as an example. In my study of money, I've come to realize that the Bible said a lot about money. And if you really want to understand what money is, read the scriptures. Read the scriptures. It will help you a lot. So if you want to monetize your idea, number one, define your idea. Sir, I have idea. Oh, I have idea. So what's the idea? Sir, I have idea that Otipoju is too much. No, you can't go like that. You need to define what idea that you have. Jesus Christ said, my meat is to do the will of he that sent me and to finish it. Clear. Mission statement. Vision. My vision is to seek and to save them that are lost. Simple. Every other thing that he was doing, miracles, multiplying 5 loaves of bread and 2 fishes, opening the eyes of this and the rest of that, they are all tied around doing the will of he that sent him. They are tied around seeking and saving them that are lost. So if you say you have an idea, sit down, define your idea. Because an idea that is not defined, there is no way you can be able to package it and then make money out of it. All right. Let me go to number 2 quickly. Number 2, define the market for your idea. It is not every product that sells in every market. And it's not every product that does well in every market. Define the market for your idea. You go to, I don't know what part of the world that is very cold, maybe Antarctica. And then you go there and you say you want to sell fridge. It will not sell. Nobody will buy it. Because 365 days of the year, the place is cold. Define the market for your idea. Jesus knew that during his earthly ministry, his specific market was on the lost sheep of the house of Israel. The gospel of salvation is for everybody. Black, white, yellow, orange, Muslim, everybody. But when he came, he started with the house of Israel, first of all. It was after he had died, crucified, and resurrected that the gospel now got to the Gentile nations. If you read Acts of Apostles and the rest of that, and then Paul came and all of that. So he defined the market for his idea. So you say you have your idea, you are carrying to every market, it is not going to sell. People that do not need that idea won't buy it. Number 3, define the right timing for the execution of your idea. Remember that everything has a season and everything has a time. There is an opportune time to do things, and your ability to define the timing matters a lot. Everything has a season. Everything has a time. You don't just carry your idea and you think it is going to be executable at every point in time. No, there is a timer to execute. You need to wait. I know my boss will tell us better. That is one of the things that plays in the stock market. You should know when to buy. You should know when to hold on. You should know when to sell. If you want to make money, sometimes you don't need to wait. You don't need to sell when companies are about to give dividend. Wait first, collect your dividend, collect your money, keep it. Then you can know what to do with your shares. So there is a time for the execution of the idea. Number 4, decide the person or the people you will need to execute that idea. Everybody around you is not important in your journey to destiny. Everybody around you is not necessary in your journey to destiny. Jesus Christ had 12 disciples. Then he appointed 70 apostles. But when he was going to the Mount of Transfiguration, if you know that story very well, how many people did he go with? 3. Peter, James, and who? John. Everybody is not important in every phase of your life. There is a friend for a season, there is a friend for a reason, and there is a friend for a time. So you need to know the people that are around you. What season of your life do they belong to? The people that are around you, what season of your life do you need them? There are some people that even if you don't call them for the next 10 years, the day you will call them, it will look as if you have been talking for the past 10 years. Meanwhile, you have not spoken with them for a long time because of the connection that you have with them. Some of us, because we are of our age, we just feel that everybody in our class is my friend. Everybody cannot be your friend. Everybody cannot be your friend. So you need to decide the person or the people you need for you to execute your ideas. There are some people you will bring into your ideas and they will kill it. They will kill it for you. They will tell you this thing cannot work. Meanwhile, you are seeing them as you need them to execute that idea. But they are the one telling you that it will not work. 1, because they are jealous of you. 2, because they wish that they were the ones that had that idea. 3, because they don't want you to go far. They will feel, if you go far, you're going to leave me behind. Let all of us be managing this Gary and Granot in this place. Meanwhile, you have a bigger picture, but they're not seeing it. They're not seeing it. And that is why number 5 says that you must protect your idea. You must protect your ideas. Don't be in a hurry to release or display your ideas. Jesus Christ at the time was working in secret because he knew that the Jews were looking for him to kill him. Not to hear his message, but to kill him. And he would not allow them kill that idea that he came to execute. So he was working in secret. Nobody can have this kind of message and then you are hiding and you are living in secret and you don't want to come to the synagogue. He said, don't worry, you people should go first. I will come later. Go first. Because he knew that there are some persons who were enemies of progress who were out there waiting for him. So protect your idea. Number 2, I said money is providing solution. Money is an idea, first of all. Money is providing solution. If you want to make money, provide a solution. The more solution you provide, the more money you make. It is really not about the volume of solution you provide anyway, but it's about the dimension, about the quality of solution that you provide. I read the story of a man who was a captain of a ship, and then they were about to sail, and the ship stopped working. They didn't know what to do. So they went to the ship, tried everything, called the engineers, and they tried touching here and there, all the mechanics and the rest. It didn't work. And they called one elderly man who has been a ship engineer for a long time. But now he's elderly. And they brought him to the ship. And when he came, he went around, asked them questions, and then went to the basement of the ship and carried a spanner, a screwdriver, and just went to one place like that and hit the place. Bam, bam, bam. And they were looking at him. And he told them, go and start the engine. And they went and started the engine, and boom, the thing peaked. So he sent his bill, $10,000. Said, what did you do? We saw you when you went to the basement, and you just hit somewhere, bam, 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 and the thing started working. And you are charging us $10,000. Please, 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 you have to break down this bill and tell us what you did. The man said, okay. So he took the bill back. I went back to his office and then sent another bill for the same $10,000. But this time around, he has broken down what he did. Number 1, knowing where to eat. $9,970. Eating the place, the balance. They didn't know where to eat, but he knew where to touch. It provided a solution that they could not provide. So you have to pay him. When I began my practice as a lawyer, Every small case I will take, you call me, they have arrested somebody in the police station, I will jump and go. But one day somebody told me, say, no, bros, calm down. If you continue like this, you will have so many files in your office, but you don't have money. So you need to be careful and to be intentional about the kind of matters you take and the kind of clients you attend to. So now I am older in the practice. My eyes have opened. So somebody called me last 2 weeks from abroad. They said, I have a property in Ikorodu. I want you to manage it for me. I said, okay, what's the nature of the property? It's a single building. It has 5 flats. How much is the rent of all the flats put together? Everything put together is about 1.2 million. All of them put together, 1.2 million. So I calculated, if I manage that property for a year, my commission is 10%. That is how much? That is how much? That is 120,000. 120,000 for a year. All right? So if I need to go there like 2-3 times in a year, whatever it is I do, my income is 120,000 from that property. Meanwhile, I have another property of 8 flats. And one flat, the rent for one flat is 1 million. If you were me, which one will you focus on? Because the 8 flats put together is 8 million. My income from there is how much? 800,000. So why should I be pursuing 120,000 when I can as well settle down with 800,000? So you need not just to provide solution, but to know the kind of solution you are providing. The kind of solution you are providing. Mark Zuckerberg is providing solution for us today. You can communicate with people and the rest of that. Some of you are even sitting down with your friend and you're not seeing yourself. You only see yourself on Facebook, even though he's beside you, because of the platform he has created. So when you are thinking of providing solutions, think big. That's the point I'm trying to make. Think big. Don't limit yourself. Our mind has the capacity to process great things. That is why the Bible said that eyes have not seen and ears have not heard. Things that you can process, things that you can provide, things that you can invent, they are unimaginable. So don't allow your environment to limit you to the level of solution you can provide. You are thinking of going into food business, for example. Instead of thinking, oh, I want to put table and stool in front of our house and be selling mama put, buy 15 naira and then put pure water. Why not think of something bigger than that? It's possible. Because all things are possible to them that believe. Now, if you are going to be able to provide solution, number one, you must be solution oriented. You must be solution oriented. You cannot be a part of the problem and you're talking of solution. I went for a transaction one day, and then the lawyer to the other person said that we would have concluded this transaction since. It was a deal of about 220 million. He said we would have concluded this transaction since. If not for you, he was pointing at me. If not for you, you have been the problem. And I said, God forbid, I'm not a problem. I'm a solution. The Bible said that we are the light of the world. Which problem does light solve? The problem of what? Darkness. I'm not darkness. Darkness is problem. Light is solution. I'm not a problem. I'm a solution. So you must be solution oriented. You must be proactive. You must think. Think out of the box. Think within the box. If within the box is limiting you, tear the box and think anyhow. Think of solution. Because it's possible. Every problem has a solution. In fact, for the problem to come in the first place is a sign that there's a solution. Because if there's no solution, the problem will not come. So instead of bemoaning yourself and holding yourself and saying, oh, what do I do? Think, sit down, calm down. That boy said, Mommy, don't worry, calm down. Sit down, stretch your leg and be coming down. Stretch your leg, calm down and think. Something will occur to you. Number 2, you must possess the ability to identify opportunities. Identify opportunities. Opportunities are everywhere. One day I sat down in my former office with my colleagues where I was working, and I read in the papers how that the Corporate Affairs Commission said that every company that time must appoint a secretary. And I shouted, wow, this is a wonderful opportunity. And they were asking me, they were all lawyers. They were asking me, how is this an opportunity? And I told them, I have been incorporating companies for clients, and none of them has appointed secretary. That time, more than 20. So now, I'm going to write to all of them and tell them, CAC said you must appoint a secretary. And since I'm the one that incorporated your company, you appoint me as your secretary. That was extra income for me. And they did. And I got extra money. So while these ones were waiting for salary from the office, me, I was getting extra money. As you are walking on the road, you will see white people around us. You see Chinese. You see people from Malaysia and the rest of them. And I keep asking myself, if there is no money in this country, what are these people doing here? When you both don't go to where there is no money, and it is your money they are coming to carry. The songwriter said, wake up, collect your money. Why not wake up? You are sleeping too much. Instead of spending your time watching Hollywood, see opportunities around you. What problem can I solve? What solution can I provide? Identify the opportunities around you. Number 3, under that same point, if you are into a business, a service-oriented environment, you must learn to impress your clients or your customers. Unfortunately, in this part of the world, we have a very bad customer service approach. Very bad. Some days ago, somebody from GoTV called me. Hello, good afternoon. Is that Mr. Michael Oyagha? I was actually very busy that day, but I had to pick the call. Yes, please, good afternoon. How can I help you? I just want to tell you that your GoTV will expire tomorrow. Let me ask you, if it is you, will you renew? And I just told the person, please call me back, I'm busy. Customer service is very poor. So if you can treat your customers as king, then you will have access to their money. Treat your customers well if you are in the customer service-oriented industry. Make them know that you appreciate them. Don't feel or make them feel that you are doing them a favor. You're not doing them a favor, because if they don't patronize you, they can go somewhere else. It is you that need their money, so treat them well. You want to make money, number 4, you must have your pitch ready. Your pitch ready. Those who are entrepreneurs will understand this one better. Opportunity, they say, come but once, but it's not true, like I said before. But the thing is that many of us are not prepared. A man has been trying to meet a very highly placed politician in this country who came from his community. And he had been trying to reach that man. And one day, he reached him. I said, sir, I've been trying to reach you. He said, okay, what do you want me to do for you? Now you have reached me. What do you want me to do for you? Do you know what he said? He said, sir, anything. Anything is nothing. And so when he said anything, the man said, okay, you know what? Go and think about it and come back. And that was the end. Somebody you have been trying to reach. Now you have reached him. And he's asking you, what do I do for you? You say anything. That means you have not articulated what you wanted. And many of us do that, even with our relationship with God. You are coming to God in prayers. Oh Lord, bless me. Oh Lord, bless me. Oh Lord, bless me. And then God is like asking you, what do you want me to do for you? Now, let me share a life experience with you. A pastor friend of mine told me this. One day he was praying. He needed money badly. Life experience. And he was praying in his house. And he said he prayed to a point that he knew that he has prayed through. And then he had a ministration. How much do you need? And while he was still there on his knees, the voice came, how much do you need? And he said 50,000. And he continued with his prayers. Before he finished, somebody knocked on the door. Life experience, no jokes. And said, I don't know. I think God told me, I don't know, but I just came to give you this money. And he collected the money and counted it. It was exactly 50,000. I told him, bros, you made a mistake. Oh. Imagine asking me, how much do you want? No, I'm not saying you, because if I ask you now, you will tell me how much. But imagine asking me, how much do you want? If I tell you how much I want now, you just close this church and go home. All right, let's move faster because of our time. I've skipped number 5, referral. Number 6, you must convert your client to a friend. You must convert your client to a friend. Go beyond the money. Go to the point of offering value. And that takes me to the next point. Money is creating value. Money is creating value. The Bible says, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and every other thing shall be added unto you. I always say, seek ye first to create value, and money shall be added unto you. Nobody pays me because I am handsome. I know I am handsome. Don't tell me that I know. Don't tell me, I already know. But nobody pays me because I'm handsome. Nobody pays me because I'm gentle. Nobody pays me because they like my face. But they pay me because I'm giving value. I'm giving value. You bring a brief to me, I will tell you how I'm going to go about it. I will tell you the way I will solve your problem. And then when I give you my bill, the highest you can do is to negotiate. But as for paying, you will pay. But you can negotiate with me, no problem. So when you seek to create value, it will be easy for you to make money. Whatever you are earning right now is a function of the value you have created. So if you want to earn more, be ready to create more value. When you want to make money, do not go out there with the mind of, I want to make money. Rather, go out with the mind of, I want to create value. I want to create value. And in creating value, you can pick something that somebody has done before and turn it around and make it better. The chips that is sold, the plantain chips that is sold in ShopRite is not different from the one they are selling in the traffic that you buy on the road. It's the same igbekere. It's the same thing. But what's the difference? Yesterday, we went to Super Silver with my wife to buy granuts. And then she came out. And I said, how much is the bottle? One small bottle like that. Says 3.5. Why? It's too expensive now. He said she didn't know it to be that expensive. We wouldn't have bought it. We would have bought from the mama on the road. Mama on the road sells for 1,600. But then they are selling for 3.5. Why? Because that bottle was in an environment, AC was on, light was on, sun was not beating that bottle. That bottle had a label, and the mouth of the bottle was sealed. The one with mama on the street, sun was eating the bottle. The mouth was not sealed. So it's possible mama can open it, take one or two and throw it in her mouth and cover it back. And does not have label. Difference. Packaging. So when you seek value, when you give value, those who appreciate value will pay you. There are 4 levels of value creation. Quickly. There are 4 levels of value creation. Level 1, doing what every other person is doing and can do. When you are doing what every other person is doing and can do, you will not make extra money. You will make the same money every other person is making because you are doing what every other person is doing. Number 2, doing what some people can do. Doing what some people can do. Not everybody is doing it. Only few can do it. That one will give you a little advantage. It's close to the first one, but they're different. The first one is doing what every other person can do and is doing. This one is doing what some people can do, not everybody. So it's not common. It's not everywhere. It's just few people that can do it. And what you are doing cannot be replicated by everybody, even though some are doing it, but not everybody is doing it. Number 3, doing what only you can do. Only you can do it. This one kind of gives you monopoly in the marketplace, in the space. Only you can do it. If you're not there, then nobody is going to do it. But you see, the danger of this one is that you cannot afford to remain in one position. No, you have to give yourself to continuous training. Because the day you think that I am the only one who can do it, you will just be surprised that one day somebody will just stand up from nowhere and begin to do that thing you are doing. So while you are doing local champion, somebody else is up and they are beating you to your game. Number 4, doing what only you can do in such a way that your clients now depend on you absolutely. The difference is others are doing it, but you have so done your own to a point where your client now depends on you because you have built a relationship with them. Number 4, money is time. Money is time. When we say money is time, what does it mean? It means that you can convert time to money. Money is time. Time is convertible to money. If you know how to use your time very well, you get money out of it. One of the differences between the rich and the poor is the usage of time. The poor will spend time to save money, while the rich will spend money to buy time. Let me go over it again. The poor will spend time to get money, but the rich will spend money to get time, because they know that the more time they have, the more money they have. I will share a quick story with you. When I began my practice, one of the first clients I had wanted to buy a property in Lagos, and the owner of the property was abroad, but the family, the daughter and the documents were in Abuja. So when I came to the client, after talking, you have to go to Abuja to meet my daughter to sign documents for you and the rest of that. My client said, no problem. And then she turned to me and said, how do we do it? I just told her, I have to fly. I need to fly. I've not flew aeroplane before. That was the first time. I need to fly. And she just said, okay, you fly. The lawyer to the owner of the property was also there with us. And he said, no, madam, give me my own money. I will come by road. So the day we were to fly, I just took an extra shirt, wore my suit and all of that, dressed normally as if I was going to office, went with the first flight, got into Abuja, and went straight to Sheraton Hotel to wait for them. This other lawyer traveled yesterday night. Me, I slept in my house. He traveled yesterday night, went through the stress of traveling in the night, got to Abuja in the morning, and then looked for a place to bath and to change his clothes, and then came for the meeting. And when we finished signing and exchanging draft and document, I waited for, I think, 4:30 or so to take my next flight to come to Lagos. He had to wait back in Abuja for night again to take the next bus to Lagos in the night. Why are you wasting your life? He may think he has made money by traveling a road. It is when you monetize the time you are spending, you will know how much time you are actually spending. For me, I was able to achieve so much. Got into Abuja, did one or two things, and then got back to Lagos, went back to office, did my work and the rest of that. But he didn't sleep in the house the night before, the night after. So you need to learn how to use your time very well. All right. You can save time by reducing the time you spend on some activities. You can save time by reducing the time you spend on some activities. Let's stop wasting our time on social media. Our pastor has told us, I share the same opinion with him when it comes to football. Why should I be watching 22 people running after ball on the field and everybody shouting and clapping? They're making money. They're making money from playing. They're making money from brand ambassador. They're making money from everything. Do you know how much they pay Ronaldo just for holding the microphone and saying, my name is Ronaldo. This is Lux. When you bet with it, your skin will be shining like star. Do you know how much he gets? And I will not sit and be watching him when I should be thinking of my life. How to take care of my children and pay school fees. No. You need to use your head very well. All right? So reduce your time you are spending on some activities, particularly those activities that are not bringing value to you. It's very important. You can only transfer the time to activity that will translate into cash. Yesterday evening, we had a program in church today, and yesterday evening, as I was coming back from the church, around 8:30 p.m., I saw two men sitting down, and they were playing drafts. You push the plastic, you push his own, you push your own, you push your own. At that time of the night, come on. Don't spend your season in things that will not translate into value. It's very important. Number 2, you can buy time. How do you buy time? Get people who are willing to sell their time for your money. Get people who are willing to sell their time for your money. When I began to, when I was in law school, my roommate was, was a big boy. And so every time, the style in law school was, you don't cook, you don't do this, you don't do that, just read, go for lecture, read. So there was no time to do anything. But me, I still had time. I will sit down, bring my suits, all my suits, and begin to wash. I will wash and wash. After washing, I will carry iron and then start pressing and pressing. Meanwhile, people are going to library to go and read. They are going to class to go and read. They are staying back in the night to read. I'm stressing myself, washing my clothes and doing this because I felt I was saving money. So one day he called me, said, Mike, what are you doing? I said, I'm washing my suit. He said, no. Why not give this suit to the dry cleaner to wash for you? How much was it? 200 naira. 18 years ago, 19 years ago, 200 naira. I say it's big money. Say it's not big money. It's your mind that is telling you it's big money. Why not give it out? Now, when you do that, you are giving the task that should have taken your time to somebody else to do. And then you are paying the person the money and you are taking the person's time to add to your own. It may look abstract, but that is the way it works. And since that day till now, I don't wash my clothes. I don't have time. Because that time I would have sat down to wash, I can use that time to do something else. To do my research for my legal practice, or to do my research for my books, or to do one or two other things that will bring in money into my pocket. And the funniest part is that the money you actually pay to those people whose time you are taking is always small compared to the money you will make yourself. It's always very small. So let's be wise and know how to buy the time of others. You can invest in time. Spend time on things that can replace you and allow you to have more time to yourself. Spend time on things that can replace you so that you can have more time for yourself. I used to type every document by myself, do everything by myself, go to court, do this, file paper, and the rest of that. But no. When my secretary came in, I said, you are working for the office. I'm going to be giving you extra money. And this and this and this are the things you do for me. And I put her through the things she does. Now, I can stay out of Lagos and just send her a brief, write letter to so person, tell him so thing, let me see the letter. And then she will draft the letter, send it to me, I will edit it, send it back to her, she will print it and dispatch. These were things I will need to come back from wherever I am, go to office and do it by myself. No. Invest part of your time in something that can replace you so that you can have more time for other things. Am I making any sense? This is very important. I'm almost done with the slides. All right, so when we understand all of these things, it will actually be easy for us. It will actually be easy for us to make the best of the season that we have found ourselves. No man has ever lived forever, and no man will live forever. No man has ever lived forever, and no man will live forever. So the earlier we understand this, the better. I'm sorry, please, my system is malfunctioning. All right, maybe I should use the screen. Can we go to the next one? That's the last one. All right. So when we understand all of this, maybe that was why the thing went off. So when we understand all of this, that one, you are living in two seasons. Number two, you need to learn to maximize the season you have found yourself, because you will not be younger forever. It will help you. It will help you to avoid making the same mistakes that those who have gone before you have made. Let me end in the words of our pastor. Youthful age is an opportunity. Please, I beg you, don't waste it. God bless you.